It can take years to get pro. So how did we take two women who've never casted professional Valorant before ready to do this? Let's check it out. Oh, did you want to say that? Our mission heats up as we're finally ready to prepare these two women for the biggest collegiate LAN of the year, where they will cast the first ever all-women's teams event. The kicker? They've never casted an esports event together, let alone one of this size. No pressure.
I will say, when you're on set, especially for you with the CECC finals, it's going to be a big set.
I don't know if the one that you're going to be doing in May, is it going to be like your first live event in front of potentially a crowd here?
What makes me just nervous is like making sure that I have like my knowledge down and everything like that.
Yeah.
Robotics versus esports, I'm sure there's a lot that I don't know yet.
Do as much research as you can. Research in terms of the game, terminology, storylines. Try and talk to people well in advance who are in the industry. It's okay to ask questions. There's nothing wrong with it. The more that you're willing to be open and say, hey, I don't really know this, but I would like to learn, that's okay.
One thing that sometimes people forget as women in the industry is really being camera ready. People forget to have like an hour makeup or to call a makeup artist on set or whatnot. So ask beforehand, bring your own kit, always have powder.
When you're about to stream or you're on set and you're working with a makeup artist that is about to do your makeup, it is important for you to come with your wishes. And it's okay for you to tell the makeup artist, like, I like my wing liner and I like it to look like this. Because at the end of the day, if you're not comfortable, that presence is gonna be shown on camera and you can tell that you're not comfortable.
Another thing for when they're coming on site, it's a little bit new and different, is you'll have multiple devices in your ear. So you'll have to kind of get used to a producer talking in your ear and live talking during the show.
So for example, if I'm going to talk to Camille right here, and then have production speak in my ear, if I miss it, I try to make some sort of like hand gesture to make sure that the production could say it back to me, but then we address back to the camera, then finally I can be comfortable to say, hey, looks like we're ready to go for a break, boom.
It's a bit of a challenging thing and something that takes a minute to get used to. Learning to kind of listen and also be able to present and listen to your producer in your ear as well.
What's the activity, Alex?
So now we're actually going to go through a little bit more of like a fun improv side of it. It's going to be Miss Harvey now talking into your ear as a producer, cueing you to a thing to say, and you want to try to incorporate that into your cast.
While we're live in the game?
While we're live in the game.
Like, hold on, I'm gonna write something here. Like this word, for example?
Yes.
Oh, okay, I see. All right.
All right, here we are on Icebox. I want some ice cream. All right, we're not here on the island. We are here with snow, and we're ready. We see that Viper wall already. It's an aggressive Viper wall here.
And like an airplane, this character is looking like they might try to soar, but unfortunately they don't. They get shot down immediately.
Absolutely, then that's a free ghost for Sage.
Having someone in my ear, like talking to me while I'm casting, is new. I don't usually have that at robotics events. It's a lot of just like you kind of go on your own and manage yourself.
I would say the best thing that you can do is try not to overthink it. It takes a minute to get used to, so practice it.
It was an interesting experience. I was trying to be mindful of like what was in my ear and then also like listen to what my partner was saying so I could figure out how to tie the two together.
Ghost for Sage. Oh, but here's Sova here on the rafters. He was sitting there on rafters like a snowman, but that raise nade took down that snowman. That was definitely out of my comfort zone. Just doing it on a spot, not having to think, just let it out. So that was the most fun.
Yeah, it is quite the interesting choice. There's a couple of different options they could go with right now. That Viper wall, though, is an interesting place because it just kind of cuts things off in such a weird angle.
Yeah, it's an aggressive Viper wall, trying to get a pick here, but Race is taken down. We dropped the ghost here for our Sage, and look at those fingers grabbing that ghost fast. They said, that's a free gun for me.
I could hear that there was something in my ear, but like, I don't know what word that was.
Oh, yeah, yeah. What you did for pointing into the headphones is perfect.
Yeah.
That producer will always have your visual on camera, right? And at the same time, you can let them know, hey, can you boost yourself up in my ears so I can make sure that I hear you loud and clear.
But sometimes you also have yourself in your ear. So you're hearing your playback audio, which is very, very confusing because you're dealing with like 3 voices in your head.
I practiced it a little bit at home with like a headset on one ear and an AirPod in another ear and just played different things and tried to practice shutting one side on and off in my brain and watching a show.
To place the spike.
Car.
Box. Packers
Bracelet.
a little bit better.
Little sauces there.
Yeah, I was just like, bracelet?
Bracelet, car, chicken. How can I put these in?
It was a lot of fun, but at the same time, it was so silly just because of the words that were being used and also sometimes messing up some of the words.
It's funny because you said choose. I meant shoes because I'm so French.
It's very hard to be selective on, focusing on the action, focusing on what we have to say, and then now also trying to add that extra layer of being, how can I actually hear the producer a little bit better for me too? In these live events, you could actually ask that producer to be louder than the game sounds for you and have the game sounds lower as well.
I've gotten more comfortable with telling production, like, I don't want to hear myself. If it's possible, can I not hear my audio?
Anything else, Steph?
No, it was really cool.
Well done, well done.
I have to say I'm quite impressed with everybody.
They were attentive to listen and be like, we got this for the next time.
Yeah.
So lots of good potential.
They were just really nice and motivating us to continue to do better, learn from our mistakes, and kill it.
Makes me think, do you think we practiced before this?
I would like to think so. I would definitely like to think so.
I know I would have. It's all fun and games when talking about ice cream and shoes, but what matters is how you deal with the pressure when thousands of viewers are tuned in during your main stage debut.
We really want to give a big, big thank you. Thank you so much to Xbox, Paidia Gaming, and EsportsU is getting me so excited because...
All right, Miss Ash, update for you. Next up will be the trophy ceremony. I repeat, next up will be the trophy ceremony. After Camilla wraps up her next point, you'll be sending to Jill Kenny, CEO of Paidia Gaming. Once again, you'll be sending to Jill Kenny, CEO of Paidia Gaming. Please confirm.
And also seeing it also like on the high school and middle school teams that are here as well.
Yeah, this was an experience that I never thought I would have. So here we are. Thank you to all the teams that played. But let's welcome Jill, all right, Paidia CEO.
Our casters have proven that, giving the opportunity, they too can shine as esports casters and help illuminate the path for diverse talent in esports.
Sometimes you may be the only woman on a broadcast. You may be the only one that walks in and you can feel an immediate disconnect there.
Like for myself with robotics, when I first started, there weren't many women involved. I eventually want to become someone that helps foster an inclusive and diverse space for everyone, whether you're in front of the camera or behind the camera.
I just continue to use my platform for good as a woman in a space, especially Black women in a space, and inspiring other women to go down my path and even do better than me.
So the more we can empower women to get involved at a higher level in esports, the better the representation is. So then the next generation of casters feel empowered to get involved.
Gaming is truly diverse and it truly is for everyone, regardless of if you are more on the like casual gamer side or competitive and everything, because it's just a game. It's for everyone.
Every stream I do, I know I'm impacting one life. So I'll never stop until I can't do it anymore.
With the groundwork mastered, the moment has come for 2 aspiring casters to become an official duo. Next, we'll dive into what that means and how to work together like the pros.
Baby, just a better ring up, go up with the Tiffany's and take a shot of Hennessy. I go, nothing to me. You could see the remedy. Let me play my violin for you.
I love that song.
I just like think it's really fast all of a sudden.
Yes.